All right. So I've been racking my brain after the season's over, thinking about Lamar Jackson and what his next evolution as a quarterback and as an overall player is going to be, right? Because statistically, he had probably the best season a quarterback's had in a he just had one of the best seasons a quarterback has ever had, probably will ever have in the NFL, right? With that being said, there's still another level to this for Lamar Jackson. And I think that is composure. I think what he needs to work on, I don't even know how you work on this, because that's something I personally want to work on as well, is composure. A lot of people can benefit off of gaining more composure in tough situations or high stress situations. It'll help you out in those situations tremendously. And obviously, Lamar Jackson has composure. The last drive of the game, when they asked him and demanded him to go basically it was like 88 yards or something like that to get a touchdown in order to put them in a position to tie the game, Lamar went and literally did that. He just didn't tie the game because of the drop, but he did that, right? So he obviously has composure. He has plenty of it. But it's not coming in situations where he needs it 24/7. He really does, because the issue is becoming, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, is that when it comes to games where it's magnified, regular season primetime games don't count, because if you have a bad game, and he does not have many of them, but when you have a bad game, you can make it up next week. In the postseason, you can't. You win or you go home. And that just magnifies everything. Everyone's watching you week to week for those finite couple of weeks. That is January to, that's like mid-January to early February. Everyone's watching you. Everyone's calculating everything. And so that composure aspect is the next evolution to his game, because once he gains that, it's over. I'm being for real. It's over. I'm telling you, like he has everything. There's nothing Lamar Jackson doesn't have in terms of quarterback. He has accuracy. He has the arm. He has mobility. He has the spectacular plays. There's nothing this man cannot do. He drove 88 yards without his two top receivers, which again, in my opinion, demonstrated why he's the MVP or MVP player. That's a whole different discussion. I already made a video about that. But when people were saying, "Oh, this is crazy. Lamar Jackson's benefiting from having Derrick Henry and having Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman." On that last drive, he didn't even use them. He didn't even have Zay Flowers out for the whole, didn't even play that game. Rashad Bateman got injured and was out that last drive. And I believe Derrick Henry was on the sideline the entire drive. I think it was just Justice Hill and someone else. Maybe Keaton Mitchell or something. I don't think, I could be wrong. I know Derrick Henry was out there for the 2-point conversion. I don't think he was out there for that entire drive, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Lamar they asked him to go 88 yards without a single weapon that they said cost him the MVP. So he has the composure. He has all the skill sets. But when the AFC is so damn difficult, man, it is so damn difficult, and the defenses are so good. In my opinion, the only defense that even rivals an average AFC defense would be the Philadelphia Eagles. And I don't even think they have the best defense in the NFL, even though their defense is stud. But I'm telling you, the AFC is tough, man. It's tough. And so the composure aspect when he gets into postseason is needed. And for those that don't know basketball or much about the NBA, I apologize for this comparison, but for those of you that do know, you know, right? There's a player called Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis had the same problem and issue that I think Lamar Jackson has right now, right? And Giannis said it about himself, is that he gets too, he hyperventilates. He gets so amped up, so ready to go, so excited that it kind of overtakes that composure aspect, the aspect of yourself that you need to kind of dissect the game and let the game come to you and do what you gotta do what you do all season long. And it's hard, right? It's hard because you're all the emotions are hitting. You're nervous, but you're also super excited. You're super pumped. You're blessed to be in this position. You're excited and ready to go. And that nervousness and excitement and everything else that piles onto what you need to do is just culminating. Like it's a lot for a human being, and it turns into hyperventilation. It turns into being too amped. It turns into burning through in way too quickly, making poor decisions. And again, no matter what sport you're in, when you're in the postseason, every possession matters. In my opinion, every possession matters double what it mattered in the regular season, right? Because every turnover that leads to points, it's just not good. Even though it's the same game, it just feels like it shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And it's because the quality of teams you're facing is right there with you. They're all even playing field with you for the most part, after the wild card round especially. It's just you and the elite left. And they're there for a reason. They dominated just like you dominated, right? And they're watching film just like you watch film. And they don't have to worry about everything. They just worried about just about you. And they have a whole season. At that point, they have a whole season of tape on you. They know every bad habit you have that season, they can capitalize on it. Like, there's so much that goes into the postseason. And I think once Lamar gets that composure aspect of himself, where he's like, yo, no matter what, I'm making the better reads. There's some reads he's missed. There's some throws he missed, obviously, with the interception and the fumble. There's times where he just, like, you got to have that composure to be like, look, I have to live another down. So I have to just get on top of this ball. We kick the worst case scenario, we kick a field goal. There's times when you throw a ball and it's just like, all right, I know what I see, but I'm under a lot of pressure. I need to throw this ball away, or there's certain things, right, that I think is going to come with Lamar Jackson's game. Because honestly, there's nothing else he can really do. I mean, there's some throws he misses sometimes where I was like, okay, the accuracy was a little bit better. He would get there. So he can definitely work on accuracy, but I feel like where he's at right now it's really great. Like, where he's at right now is phenomenal. He makes throws. You're just like, yo, how did you even see that? How did you even make that? How did you even know that was a possible throw to make? So he can still improve that area, but I think the composure aspect and just knowing how to just make the better play, make the play that doesn't cost your team, which he does already. He does it all. He threw 4 interceptions, and 3 of those were definitely not his fault. So, like, he can do it. But he's had some fumbles this season. And that's the thing. And that's the thing I keep telling people. Don't accept what you would in a loss in a win. Or in a win that you would in a loss. Because when he fumbled the ball in the Bills game, I knew that was going to happen because he's done it a bunch of times this regular season. He only had 4 interceptions, but in total turnovers, I think he had 7 because he had a couple of fumbles. And he has a fumbling problem. Just like Eli Manning had a fumbling problem too. And he's done it in the regular season. And guess what? I know the Bills watch tape is like, yo, if that ball's on the ground, he's going to try to do this exact thing. And if we're there when he tries it, we can disrupt him. It'll be a turnover. And it was. I'm telling you. When you do shit like that in the regular season, whether you win or lose, but you keep accepting it and allowing it to happen and don't fix it, it's going to bite you in the ass. He doesn't turn the ball over much. He turned over. That happens. That fumbling shit, you cannot do it. You cannot do it, man. It kills you every time. And again, I already made a video on it. There's many reasons and many issues the Ravens have as a team they need to get over if they want to go to the next level that they just cannot do, and the stuff they cannot be doing in the postseason. So it's not just Lamar Jackson, but this video is just about what I think Lamar Jackson can do to get better, and that's something I think he can do to get better. But like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts down below. What you think about Lamar Jackson? What do you think he can work on this off season to get ready for next season? Again, like I said, I think he is the best quarterback in the NFL. I mean, it's not just me. The voters who didn't vote him for MVP think that as well. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, and it's not close. They completely hoed him, but it's not close. So he clearly is a top-tier quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't care what Nick Wright has to say. I don't care where this MVP that Josh Allen won puts him. Josh Allen still doesn't have a first-team All-Pro. Lamar Jackson does. He has two of them things on in terms of MVPs, and he like, come on, bro. Like, so Lamar is great, but there's just other parts of this game that if he just continues to work on like he always has, it will flourish, man. It will freaking flourish. Also, Todd Monken, no design runs for Lamar Jackson in the and not in the postseason, in the game where you need it the most. Insane work. Insane work.